Agent Romanoff. You miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
Hey guys, and welcome to Film Artsy, your #1 source for all things film and movies. My name is Eli, and today we're taking a look at the greatest moments of Spider-Man in the MCU. Whether you're a fan of Tobey Maguire Spider-Man or Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, there's no denying that Tom Holland does a pretty good job, and the 3 movies he's been in so far have all been really good. So let's go ahead and jump into this list. But before we start, make sure you guys hit the bell icon down below in the subscription feed. YouTube's changing up the subscription algorithm again. It's getting all weird, so if you want to always be notified when we upload, you have to hit the bell. That's the best way to find out we're uploading, and you don't want to miss what's next on this channel. All right, let's get into it. Number 10, Ned finds out that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. I just love this sequence so much. I think it's really funny, it's short, Spider-Man's sneaking in, he's trying to be all careful, and then Ned's just there with the Death Star Lego. Like, dude, you're Spider-Man. I just love this scene because it was so careful and so thought out, and then Ned's expression is just the greatest, and Peter awkwardly trying to defend himself and say, "I'm not Spider-Man," even though he clearly was walking on the ceiling. It's just clever, it's very showing to Peter's age. It's something we kind of needed in the MCU, a young Peter Parker, and his immaturity works well here, and I like it. Number 9, the old pop culture references Peter Parker makes.
Hey guys, you ever seen that really old movie, Empire Strikes Back?
Jesus, Tony, how old is this guy?
I don't know. I didn't carbon date him. He's on the young side.
Yes! That was awesome!
There's also another clip from Infinity War I couldn't find good footage on, where he makes a very solid Aliens reference several times actually, and it's just great. I don't know, once again, all of the Avengers are so much older characters, and it's so nice to see a teenage character, and honestly to a teenager who was probably born in the early 2000s, these are technically really old movies, even though everyone's seen them and knows and loves them. So I think just these references work really well here. Number 8 has to go to Spider-Man interrogating Aaron Davis, which is Donald Glover, if you didn't know.
Hey, I need information. You can give it to me now.
Alright, chill.
Come on!
What happened to your voice?
What do you mean, what happened to my voice?
I heard you by the bridge. I know what a girl sound like.
I'm not a girl. I'm a boy. I mean, I'm a man.
I don't care what you are, boy, girl.
I'm not a girl. I'm a man. Come on, man. Look, who is selling these weapons?
This scene is just so funny, and it just shows 2 really good actors. Once again, really hitting home how good Tom Holland is as a young Peter Parker. He's funny, he doesn't know what he's doing, he's immature, and he's trying to play up that tough guy, that Batman, deep voice tough guy, and Donald Glover just does such a good job trying to figure out what's going on, being scared for a second, but then realizing that Peter might not be as intimidating as he thinks he is. Number 7, Spider-Man versus Vulture, the whole sequence. I really like this because at its core, I feel like while Spider-Man made his appearance in Civil War, he didn't become Spider-Man until Homecoming, when he no longer has the suit and he has to do the right thing, and he's out there in his really poorly made hoodie suit with the goggles, and he's fighting a really intense enemy on his own. I think it's that the official merging of Spider-Man and Peter Parker, and I think it really works well here, and I just love the bravery that comes out of his character. Number 6, when Spider-Man pulls away Captain America's shield.
Underoos!
Nice job, kid.
Thanks. Well, I could have stuck the landing a little better. It's just a new suit.
This moment, you probably have seen it tons of times before, but back when this trailer dropped, everyone was shocked. It was only rumored and it looked like the deal was just starting to come together that Spider-Man would be in the MCU. Marvel had finally made the deal with Sony, which was something that a lot of people for a long time thought never would happen. And it finally happened, and to finally see Spider-Man on the screen with everyone else, it just felt so right and felt so good, and that's just kind of an iconic moment that every time I watch Civil War, I will always remember how big a deal it was that Spider-Man was there. Number 5, not the real Avengers scene.
What's up, guys? Wait a minute. You guys aren't the real Avengers. I can tell Hulk gives it away. Oh, that was awesome.
I love this scene because there's really a double meaning here. Spider-Man is there to save the day and fight the bad guys off, and he points out that they're not the real Avengers and they have these really crappy masks. But at the same time, while it's a really funny scene, if you look at it a little bit deeper, it kind of speaks for Spider-Man. He's not an Avenger at that point, even though he wants to be, and he's trying to fight crime to prove himself worthy to be an Avenger. And that double meaning and that separation of who he is as Peter Parker and Spider-Man is really well done and really crafted, and it's actually a much deeper meaning than just what it is on the surface. Number 4, swinging back over to Ned. After Ned knows about Peter being Spider-Man, he asks some questions.
Do you lay eggs?
What? No.
Can you spit venom? How far can you shoot your webs? Don't stand on the edge of a building and just shoot it as far as I can. Shut up, Ned.
I just love these scenes. I think they're funny, they're great comic relief, but it also kind of shows off why so many characters are secretive about their actual identity, because imagine one person knowing, asking a million questions. What if everyone knew? So I just think that it's a cool example, but it's also kind of comedic, and it plays into a different level in this huge MCU where it's always about fighting some crazy thing. It's kind of like just some surface level conversation. I like it. Number 3, spoiler alert for Infinity War. You've probably seen it by now. Spider-Man's death at the end of Infinity War.
Start? I don't feel so good.
You're alright.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Start, please.
It's just such a sad scene, and it was improv by Tom Holland, who did a great job. And it just really shows how in over his head Spider-Man is here. And even at that very last moment, he's scared. It was such a strong and powerful acting moment because we see it happen to all these other characters and it doesn't really hit us yet. But when we see Tom Holland's performance as Peter really not wanting to die and really struggling, it just is a testament to how severe this situation is in the Avengers, and I think it's great. Number 2 on this list, I just didn't want to put a bunch of really intense scenes back to back in this video, but Spider-Man causing a havoc.
Hey, buddy. Oh! Shouldn't steal cars, it's bad. It's my car, dumbass!
Hey, shut that off!
I was just trying to... my car!
You know, I'm working nights. Come on, dude.
That's not your car. That's his car.
What the hell is going on?
Every day with these damn alarms. Shut it off.
Don't make me come down there, you punk.
I don't know. This scene makes me laugh every time. Stan Lee's in it. It just, it plays to Spider-Man's characteristics. And like I said, it's funny. And I didn't want to end this on some deep and gritty note, having Spider-Man's death and this next scene back to back. And while everyone always says that Spider-Man's death scene was Tom Holland's best performance, I disagree. I think Tom Holland came through and became the best Spider-Man we have had when he did the trapped in rubble scene.
Hello! Hello! Please! Hey, please! I'm down here! I'm down here! I'm stuck! I can't move! I can't...
It just really shows the acting potential that Tom Holland has, and this scene is just so powerful, and it's such an important part to the movie and who Spider-Man is and who Peter Parker is, and the fusing of the two characters, and even the fusing of Tom Holland becoming those characters. This scene really made Peter Parker who he is. It is just one of the biggest moments in the film, and I love it. That's it for today. Did you guys agree with my picks? If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. I read every single one of our comments, or let me know what scenes you loved that I missed. Also, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, and check out all our social media. Links are in the description down below. I'll catch you guys next time with a brand new video. Bye, guys.